Hi guys, how are you all doing? I hope you are doing fine. I am Major Sprocket and today we have the review of the Origine Vega. So you guys had asked for it on my YouTube channel and I went online and bought one for myself. So what are the good things? What are the bad things? What is my honest, unbiased opinion about this helmet? Well, let's start with the good things. And one very good thing is the price. I paid for this helmet 175 euros on Amazon Spain. So if you compare that with the Belt Bullet, which costs around 500 euros, that's less than half the price. So less than half the price for a very, very similar helmet. And it's not a shabby helmet. It has a very good construction. The shell is a fiberglass shell, so it's not a polycarbonate shell. It will be much safer and it will also be a whole lot lighter. This whole helmet weighs 1,350 grams, so it's a very lightweight helmet, which in turn makes it a very comfortable helmet also. And to add to that, you have a very plush and very soft interior, which feels very nice on the skin. It's a kind of a faux suede interior. I don't believe it's the real deal, of course. At this price point, it couldn't be. And to add to your comfort, you also have 4 vents on the front. The vents are opened and closable. I do find that I can open and close them wearing gloves, so that's a very good plus, and it helps to keep air going into the helmet and going out through this passive 4 vents on the back side. So it's a reasonably priced helmet. It's lightweight, it's very comfortable. What are the less than good things? Well, let's start with the visor. Now, it's a pretty good visor. It's much beefier than the visors that I've seen on other neo-retro helmets, which look like a thin piece of plastic that's really flimsy that you can deform just by pressing with your finger. This one is quite substantial. It's quite thick, and that's really a good thing. You can open it and close it very easily using just one hand and with gloves. So in that regard, it's very cool. It does have a slight problem. Not so much with the visor itself, but with the seal that the visor has with this chrome lining that you see here. It has a very, very, very thin rubber lining here, and you can just about see it. Even when it's fully closed, I don't know if you guys can see that. Yeah, you can see that it doesn't seal completely. So that may be a problem when it's raining or when the weather isn't all that well. It's summer now, so I have no idea if this is going to fog up or not on the winter, but one potential problem may be water getting into your visor and making it difficult to see. But I haven't tried that, so I'm not really sure that does happen. Now, one thing that I thought would be a major issue with this faulty seal would be noise, but I was wrong. This is not a noisy helmet. I found it a lot less noisy, actually, than my previous helmet. And so that was a good surprise. When you are riding your motorcycle and your head is fully in front, looking in front, it's not a noisy helmet. However, and I believe this is because of the faulty seal here, when you turn your head to the right or to the left, trying to look for cars that are trying to kill you, the wind noise will increase substantially. And I believe that this has to do with wind getting inside the seal. When I say that the wind noise increases substantially, I don't mean that it's a really, really big problem. That's not a whistling noise. You can hear it increasing, but it's not all that uncomfortable. And let's be honest, most of the time you're riding face forward. You're not looking at the side the whole time. But it's not an annoying whistle like people have talked about the Bell Bullet when they have the visor up. I usually don't ride with the visor up, so I don't know if this one whistles with it, so that wouldn't be an issue for me. The visor doesn't have hard stops. It only has the closed position, and then you have a kind of a hard stop here in an intermediate position and fully open, and that's it. So if you want to have the visor like this, riding it with just a little bit open so you can get more air in your face, I'm not really sure it will stay there if you're going really fast. I thought that this had a locking mechanism here, and it does, but it doesn't lock the visor in place in any position. It only locks the visor in place when it's on the fully closed position. So if you're planning on going more than 200 kilometers an hour with this helmet, you can be sure that it will stay locked in the closed position. Of course, this is not a helmet that you ride on a Hayabusa or something like that, so I'm not really sure why this is helpful. It would be helpful if it locked your visor in place in any position, but it does not. Another thing that I don't particularly like, but some people will, is the chin strap. The chin strap has a double D locking mechanism, and I know it's the safest of locking mechanisms. Everybody says that. However, I prefer the ratchet mechanism because it's a whole lot simpler to use, and it makes taking the helmet off and putting the helmet on a lot faster. That being said, it is pretty nice. It has a red tab, so you can get your chin strap open really fast, and it does have a tab that you can put the excess. Oops, sorry there. There we go. So you can lock it in place. It doesn't flop around in the wind while you are riding. So that's good. It's not my favorite thing, but it's also not a bad thing. Some people will enjoy it more than I do. And that's basically it. Unless you also notice here, I've been really careful with this helmet, and the paint must be really thin because I must have touched something somewhere, and you can already see the white here. So I'm guessing that the paint on this is really thin. Also, this is a matte black. I ordered it, but if I had to choose another one again, perhaps I would go with a gloss version. It's a fingerprint magnet. Wow, that is hard to say. But if you touch it with your oily fingers, and my fingers are always oily, you will get a stain, and they stay there unless you clean the helmet, and it's a hassle. But yeah, I probably wouldn't go for matte black again. I probably would have gone for the shiny version. I know black isn't the safest of colors for a helmet, but I'm a whore for black. And another thing that I wish it had was a chrome rim around the helmet, because I think it would make it just a little bit more noticeable for the other people driving on the street. But that's just about it. Those are minor niggles. Basically, I think this is a really good helmet for 175 euros. I mean, I would recommend it in a heartbeat over other Neo Retro helmets that I saw that cost twice as much. I've only ridden it for a couple of times, so I will do a more comprehensive review a few months down the road to update you guys on how it's holding up in terms of fit and finish, if the materials are okay, if it starts degrading somehow. But yeah, I really like it. I really think it looks cool. That's it. If you guys have any questions that you want to put me about this helmet in particularly, leave them in the comment section down there below. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped you in any way. If you liked it, please leave a like or subscribe our channel, and I hope to see you guys soon. Yeah, Major Sprocket out.